I'm trying out a different type of foundation right now. I noticed that my previous videos were kind of like, I don't know, I felt like my foundation was really thick. So I'm trying this new foundation out. It's like a serum type. So I'm not sure how it's gonna look on cam. But yeah, because I'm just at home most of the time, I'm trying to change my makeup routine into something that's like a little more light. Even if I still film, I just wanted it to be like a little lighter, so I'm experimenting and I might actually try lighter products soon. But yeah, right now this is my full face of makeup on. It's still like a double wear foundation that I have on. So yeah, and I'm just experimenting. I'll probably try something different next time, like a lighter moisturizer, and I'll let you guys know. But yeah, this is what the face looks like right now. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a sort of chill type of video again, and it's going to be about the 6 lifestyle changes that I've made since the quarantine. Before anything, if you're new here, welcome, and if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. I am in the process of trying to grow my channel, so if you haven't subscribed yet, click the subscribe button down below and follow me on Instagram at TrishDLF. So for this video, I thought it would be fun to kind of do like just another sit down video with you guys talking about the 6 lifestyle changes that I've made since the quarantine. So obviously the lockdown has affected our way of life in many different ways, and I wanted to share how it has affected me and how I've adjusted my way of living since then. So some of these are gonna be quite shallow, but because the lockdown is limited to us just being at home all the time, the adjustments that have happened are just very limited and mostly like just adjustments in terms of way of living at home. So my number one biggest adjustment, which is probably the most shallow or not really adjustment that happened, was that I stopped buying Starbucks every day. So back when I had an office job, I was living in the middle of the city, and every day before work I would always pass by the Starbucks right beside our office for my daily cup of coffee. Until now, I do that because I still work at home. I still need my cup of coffee. I'm very addicted to coffee, and I'm really the type of person who needs her coffee to function. So I still get my Starbucks, but it's not as often as before. We do have a Starbucks nearby, so I'm still able to get my coffee, but I have reduced the Starbucks intake to only twice a week every month. Now, this is a weird kind of schedule on why I'm only able to get my coffee daily every 2 weeks. And that's because my dad only goes to work every 2 weeks. So every other 2 weeks, he's here at home. And my dad really doesn't like it when I buy food from outside. Actually, he also doesn't like it when I get expensive coffee in general. So to avoid getting scolded when he's at home, whenever he's at home, I don't get Starbucks anymore, and I just buy bottled coffee at the grocery. So if you're asking what coffee I drink every other 2 weeks if it's not Starbucks, it's this Kopiko 78. It's known to be one of the strongest drinks by Kopiko, so that's why I got this. I only need 1 bottle of this per day, and the caffeine for me is already as good as 1 venti size at Starbucks. So it's a really good replacement in terms of like staying awake. The effect that a Starbucks coffee does for me is the same as the effect of this drink. So yeah, I'm not sure how much this is. I already forgot the price, but it's definitely cheaper than a Starbucks drink that I used to consume on a daily basis. Obviously, it would be better if I could just drink this every single day because of the savings that I could get if this all that I ever buy. But because I used to drink Starbucks every day, it's kind of like an adjustment period to drink it like every 2 weeks first, alternating with this one because I still really love my Starbucks coffee. And yeah, being at home, we barely have any luxuries anyways. So getting a cup of coffee daily every 2 weeks is just like something that I just indulge myself in as of now. The number 2 lifestyle change is that because prevention is better than the cure, we've been drinking, well, everyone in my family. We all have been drinking vitamins every single day, in the morning and at night. Actually, my family in general, especially my dad, he would always make us drink vitamins, but I didn't really take the whole vitamins thing seriously until like COVID happened. Yeah, ever since before, we would get like a really big cocktail of vitamins to drink every morning and at night. We drink a mix of vitamin C, vitamin K, vitamin D, magnesium, zinc, and melatonin. So that's like 6 different vitamins. I know my dad drinks a lot more just to like really be sure. But yeah, the ones that I really drink regularly are vitamin C. So in the morning, I drink like from 1,000 milligrams to 2,000 milligrams of vitamin C, and the same at night. And then I have like 3 tablets of magnesium, and then 1 tablet of vitamin B, and then 1 tablet of vitamin K. And then zinc. My dad explained to us before what all these vitamins that we drink do for our body, but like I don't memorize them, so I just drink them religiously just to prevent any health issues in the future. But yeah, you don't really have to drink all of this. We just really like staying very healthy here at home. But yeah, but I think if you were to prioritize like a certain type of vitamin, it would be vitamin C, definitely, and melatonin. So this is the melatonin. Not sure if you guys can see it, but this is what we drink. This is just 3 milligrams per tablet. This is one of the most important things that I started drinking that really changed my lifestyle overall. I feel like this is an ad, but it's not. So vitamin C, definitely to protect your immune system. But this one, the melatonin, aside from helping you sleep better, there's actually a study that melatonin helps in fighting COVID. So I actually didn't read the detail of what's in it that helps in fighting COVID, but that's what all the articles are saying. That's what my dad said. And I think like at hospitals, that's what they also give some of the COVID patients. So yeah, if you want to know more about melatonin and the effects of it, just Google them, so you actually have a really good reference. But yeah, aside from this helping fight COVID, this actually also helps in sleeping. I actually don't drink it because of the COVID reason, like to avoid COVID or whatever, but I drink it for sleep. The COVID effect, that's just like a secondary thing that comes with me drinking this. But yeah, I really love melatonin because it helps me sleep better. Because of the industry I'm in, it really entails a lot of sleepless nights. I feel like ever since, my body has always been accustomed to having late nights, and especially I think at the beginning of the quarantine, I was sleeping really late, like 5 a.m., 6 a.m. So I was sleeping like basically when there was already sun. And when I found out that melatonin doesn't only fight COVID, it also helps in sleep, I was just like, okay, like sign me up for that. So yeah, I've been drinking this at night, just 1 3 milligram tablet, and I'm already like knocked out. Before, my body clock was like I would fall asleep at 5 a.m., 6 a.m. and wake up like 2 p.m. the next day. And when I started drinking this, I would already fall asleep at like 12 a.m. doesn't really feel so early, but considering that at the beginning of quarantine I was sleeping at like 5 a.m., like the 12 a.m. difference is already big, and it's already like a big adjustment for me. And you guys might ask, like, I drink coffee, doesn't it like counter the effects of melatonin? What I usually do is I drink coffee first thing in the morning, and I won't like 9 a.m., 10 a.m., and I won't drink anymore like in the afternoon or anything, because then if you drink caffeine like late in the afternoon and then you drink melatonin, like, yeah, the effects might like counter each other. So if ever you are a coffee person, just make sure to drink your caffeine early in the morning so that by the time you drink your melatonin, like, it doesn't really counter it anymore and you fall asleep right away. Then we go on to the number 3 lifestyle change, and that is I only eat once a day. I actually lost some weight from just eating once a day, especially in the past few months. And some people might not agree with only eating once a day, but it's what my body is comfortable in. I'm the type of person who doesn't really like to eat if I'm not hungry. And whenever I wake up in the morning until like lunch or in the afternoon, I'm not really hungry. I used to hate it when I would be forced to eat breakfast, because once I eat breakfast, it triggers my stomach and then I start getting hungry. So I don't like that feeling. I feel like having breakfast starts my digestive system, and once my digestive system starts feeding on something, like throughout the day, it will look for food. So I'd rather not turn that digestive system on. So I would only eat when I'm hungry. And the time can vary. It can be like late in the afternoon, it can be at dinner. But yeah, I only really prefer to eat when I'm hungry, and that's usually only once a day, unless breakfast was really good. Like, if it's something that I really can't resist, then I would eat breakfast or lunch. Or if I didn't really eat much for dinner the night before and I wake up really hungry the next day, then that's when I would eat like 2 meals a day. But in general, I would really only eat once a day. The number 4 lifestyle change is that I go on Zoom calls and play online games regularly to keep sane. Because we don't really have a social life right now and I am an extroverted person, I've managed to keep my social relationships online through Zoom and through online games. So I actually have a schedule. You guys know I play this game called Ragnarok online. So for Ragnarok, but this was even before the lockdown happened. For Ragnarok, we would have a schedule every Monday at 12 in the afternoon. We play. That's just like a short while, maybe like 30 to 40 minutes. That's every single week, every Monday. And then on Thursday, we have this like Guild War kind of thing. That's every 10 p.m. And that's another like 40 minutes every Thursday. And then every Sunday, it's another Guild War thing, which is an hour. So that's every 10 p.m. also every Sunday. So that's thrice a week. And then aside from that, I have like my Fall Guys friends, which are like my real life friends that I play with online. We play Fall Guys. The last video that I posted before this was a Fall Guys gameplay, so you guys can check that out if you haven't. But yeah, my friends and I, we usually go on Discord and then we play Fall Guys together. So this one we play only whenever some people are free or whenever someone wants to play, they just post in the group chat. And I found that Fall Guys is actually a very stress relieving game for all of us, my friends at least, and me, because the friends I play with are my real group of friends in real life. Whenever we go on Discord, we don't only talk about the game, but we also catch up on life and everything, so it reduces stress. And also because Fall Guys is such a fun game, it's really stress relieving to just like laugh with your friends on Discord while playing this game. And for Zoom, I also maintain my Zoom calls regularly with my real life friends. For Zoom, there's not really a schedule, but whenever a friend asks our group chat if we can do a Zoom, most of us are always usually just free to catch up and everything. Actually, later we have a Zoom call to celebrate my best friend's birthday. So yeah, those are just some of the things that I do, especially as an extrovert, to keep sane. And I feel like it's really helped during this time. Number 5 is that my purchases aren't so much on designer and luxury things anymore, but they're more on beauty products and girly things. So these include like skincare, candles, perfume, skin treatments. And yeah, the quarantine made me realize that really we don't have anywhere to go if we buy all these material things anyway. There have been a lot of instances where I have been tempted, and I still am tempted, in buying like designer stuff online because some of them are really going on like really good sales, I guess, because no one is really shopping for designer stuff anymore, so the discounts are really big. And so many times I have contemplated on whether I should buy this new designer bag or this new designer something, but I always tell myself like, but when are you going to wear it? Like, okay, it's on a really big discount that you probably won't see in a while, but then again, like, if you do buy it, that new bag is just gonna sit there for like at least till next year. So that's like my train of thought now in terms of buying like luxury goods, unless it's like really really cheap, then I probably might budge. But for now, as a consumer, my money isn't really going to clothes or shoes or bags anymore. It's just going to like the skincare and beauty products and stuff like that. So yeah, that's one of the big adjustments that has happened so far. And finally, for the last lifestyle change that has happened since the quarantine, it is that we don't really consume fast food anymore. Again, this goes back to when I was working an office job where I didn't cook either, so my meals were always fast food, or it was the food that was being served at our office, which was technically also kind of fast food. I remember I used to always look forward to having sisig and rice once a week back in the office. That was something that I really ate regularly once a week back then. And back then, because I didn't cook, although I was staying in my own condo, Because I didn't cook, whenever I was hungry, I would always just order takeout, grab food, and yeah. And because I also lived in a condo, there were so many restaurants downstairs. So getting takeout was really easy for me. So I used to really splurge a lot in terms of fast food because fast food was very accessible for me. I would spend like maybe 300 a meal for fast food, which is like really bad, not only in terms of like finances, but in terms of your health as well. So yeah, that's one thing we actually don't do anymore. I know there are actually a lot of home-based businesses that sprouted in this pandemic, and they all should be safe because obviously like it's not processed and everything. But my dad like I feel like a lot of these are because of my dad, but my dad also doesn't like it when we order from outside because obviously it's just dangerous. Again, we believe in prevention is better than the cure. So as much as possible, he would prefer us to just eat food that has been made here in the house. My mom is a very good cook anyway, so we get to live on that. In this entire quarantine, it has been like maybe 6 months, right? We've only ordered outside food maybe I'd say like 4 to 6 times. Let's just max it at 6 times. And these were only the times when we had to order for like celebrations, like it was someone's birthday or something, then we would order out. And even if we order out, it's never fast food. It's always the home cooked businesses, the home meals that are available online. So usually we just get them from like other neighbors, if our neighbors sell, or the nearby villages. That's where we get our food from. And even then, like the very few times that we ordered outside, my dad does not touch it. Like he's just like, he'll scold us for ordering outside and he'll be like, that's dangerous, blah blah blah, you might get sick because it's from outside. But he allows us to eat them, but he himself, he won't touch it, you know, just to be safe, I guess. So yeah, another thing is that, I guess this one is in my point of view anyway, the deliveries here in our village have a meetup point. And usually like right when you order out, if you order takeout from somewhere, you usually order it because you don't want to step out of your house. You just want the food to arrive and you don't have to get dressed and everything just to get the food. But because there is a meetup point in our village, we actually have to drive all the way to the meetup point to get the food first. And I guess that's something like holding us back from ordering online because it defeats the purpose of having a food delivery service because you actually still have to drive to the meetup point to get your delivery. I'm not saying it's bad, but that's one of the things that's like hindering us from ordering online. We are allowed to indulge in fast food, but we don't look for it anyway. So we only get food delivery sometimes if we're really just craving something. But yeah, out of the 6 months, we've only ordered outside food for a maximum of like 6 times. So yeah, those were my 6 lifestyle changes since the quarantine. Let me know down in the comments below if you've undergone similar lifestyle changes to these. If you like this video, hit that like button down below to help the YouTube algorithm, and follow me on Instagram at ChitchattyDLF. I'll see you guys soon in my next video. Bye!